on.
So we still got two more topics.
You are what you eat, people. You are what you eat.
Okay, I will go. I will go while Miguel. You probably don't have your topic on the top of your head. I'm assuming.
I mean, I could. Yeah. I mean, I like.
Let me go ahead and go, and then I'll let you wrap up the show.
All right, that's.
Save the best for last.
Wait, hold on. So they already went.
Yeah, those two went, and he went.
Just out of curiosity. I mean, I don't mean to like sidetrack us or anything, but I just want to know. Like, what you guys talking about.
He went over UEFA Champions League final. Just like the slew of Christian movies that are coming out, and then I think one of my favorites. Okay,
Mike the Potato.
So I saw Godzilla the other day,
Yeah.
and honestly, in Henry's opinion,
He's fat.
well, he is Fatzilla calorie
You call
monster.
Henry something, right?
Hey, we're talking about Godzilla here.
We're talking about Godzilla.
We're talking about my friend right here.
And not Chris though.
Okay, well, I've seen all 30 Godzilla movies.
There's 30.
Yeah, there's 30.
I call him fat as a cookie.
Okay, well, in my honest opinion, this is the best Godzilla movie.
Is it?
Yep. It's why I wanted out Godzilla movie. It's not cheesy. Actually has a real good story. Bryan Cranston is amazing, because he always is. But this is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, in y'all's opinion, and you're going to have to defend this, who is the greatest character in film?
The greatest character.
Mine is Godzilla. He, besides just being this giant monster that can destroy stuff, he represents something more than that. In the early 1950s through all the way to the 1976, that era of Godzilla was a commentary on what happened at Hiroshima. You know, this is what caused what Godzilla is. You know, the nuclear warfare. And this is Japan's continued reminder of what happened. You know, going into the late 80s and early 90s and all the way even to the 2000s, Godzilla's a reminder of just how much we've attacked nature and the nuclear stuff we have done, and how much we treated that, and because all these crazy monsters have been created, Godzilla's the force of nature that's balancing everything out while destroying our cities. And this newest movie,
It's like
he is the force of nature that's creating balance. Because the Mutu, that's the other monster in the movie, they are destroying everything. And Godzilla, spoiler alert, he kills them. He kills them. It's obviously that Godzilla. It's Godzilla. It's Godzilla. Now, you just know Godzilla's gonna win. You always know that in Godzilla movie.
I thought Godzilla was a she.
It's a he.
Look, I'll put it this way.
It has. It's got an area down there, and it's got a.
It's not undetailed in this toy.
The movie.
No, they didn't show that. But you know,
They did?
no, they didn't. They never do.
I mean,
Actually, honestly, Godzilla's always referred to as an it. Especially in the Godzilla '98, the American Godzilla, it was a hermaphrodite and it laid eggs.
Oh. So they actually had like right?
Sorry, buddies. Yeah.
No, but it's assumed every Godzilla movie, Godzilla wins, except for in the first one, because he dies.
That's actually part of the title now. Spoiler alert, just so you know.
Okay.
No, there's a show that does that already.
So that's my argument for Godzilla being the greatest character in film. He's also spanned 30 films.
yeah.
This year is the 60th anniversary of Godzilla.
Wow, he's 60.
He's an old man.
Sorry, it's 60.
I just called him. So, who are your characters that y'all think is the greatest character in film?
I'm gonna go with James Bond. So he used to commentary on like the Cold War and all, and throughout history, it's been a commentary on the elusiveness of world peace. Like you look at earlier Bonds where he's going into foreign nations and spying stuff, and it just shows that there will always be mistrust in the world. like over the course of human history, there's never been a time where the world's just gone along with complete peace and
I'm tired of
you know,
it.
just no kind of arguments or wars, disputes, whatever. And
Yeah, look at
I
that.
think with over 50 films over the course of maybe
Is it 50 films or 25?
I don't know anymore. I
think it's 25.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
No,
you're
it's
right.
24 and it's about to be 25.
Okay. Well, that being said, over the course of I think
Is that right?
over the course of history since
Now I wanna
1962,
know.
I think. I think it's shown that there are people out there who just can't be trusted. You know, they can't be worked with and stuff. And I think it comes down to one's own opinions, who one works with, who one trusts in their life. And I think because of that, I'm gonna say James Bond's probably the greatest character in film.
Hear that, ladies? There's some sexy men out there that can't be trusted.
He's a womanizer.
He's a womanizer. Yeah. Alright, Miguel, who do you think's the greatest character in film?
I'm gonna go ahead and pass because I know if Chris wants to talk.
Oh no, I was like, I'm one of them. Can't trust me. Oh, we lost a viewer as soon as I said that.
Well, good job.
Joke about that.
Oh,
Okay, I'll just go ahead. I think greatest character in film. Does this span television as well?
Film.
Just film?
Yeah.
Oh crap. This is gonna be.
They can have spin-offs in the television.
And by character, you just mean like, it doesn't really matter. It could be a person like James
Yeah,
Bond,
mine
right?
was Godzilla.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
It can even
thought
be
it'd
Woody.
Like, alright,
I'd say
fair enough.
mine's Forrest Gump.
That's
He's.
an overrated movie.
Well, yes, it seems like it's an overrated movie, but I mean, 23 Bond movies so far.
Thank you, Louis. We appreciate your awesomeness.
He's ordinary, but at the same time, he's done extra. He's an example
He's not
of
ordinary.
He's an example of an ordinary person doing extraordinary things without.
He's not ordinary.
He was ordinary. I mean, from Mississippi. Couldn't walk.
voice crack. Hashtag voice crack.
Oh, so now you're running down a whole group of people?
No, I have nothing against people from Mississippi or saying that Mississippians are
MISSISSIPPI.
or ordinary. No, what I'm saying is this: that if you look at the story of Forrest Gump, where he grew up having a low IQ, according to Who's Who, not being able to walk until he pushed through the
Run,
challenge.
Forrest Gump, run.
Until he pushed through the challenge of walking with those braces, until he learned how to run, until he got into the army, until he got a scholarship without even
Doing it.
exactly. It's an example of just an ordinary person just doing life, and finding himself in extraordinary positions to the extent like he got really good at ping pong or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to the Olympics.
It was like ridiculously good at ping pong.
Started a shrimping company.
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like too many things were going on in that film. I know it's not very plausible.
Hey, I mean, he did teach Elvis how to do the dance. So,
He taught Elvis to dance. He gave the guy the smiley face.
yeah, that's right. And shit happens. I love it.
He also was the reason we found out about the Watergate scandal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is I didn't like it. That movie. I thought it was overrated. But
so-
to his
Forrest Gump. Jason's is Forrest Gump. I honestly can't think of one right now. That's something I'm still thinking. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't remember the character name on that movie. I don't know if you guys watched Man on Fire.
Is that with Denzel?
Yeah, it's with Denzel Washington. I
He's
think.
protecting the little girl.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. Like, I like the character. Like the character he plays. I don't know. Have you guys watched it?
I think I've seen bits and pieces.
Okay, well, it's basically about this guy who, he went into the military and whatever, and he came back, and he started protecting people, right? Like, he was, like, really good at his job and everything. And, like, one of his friends goes back to Mexico and lives in Mexico and gets married with, a lady over there and meets someone. He's like, hey, I can hook you up with a job. There's a person over here that, they need a trustworthy what's it called?
Bodyguard?
Right? So he's like, he doesn't really want to because he's really depressed. Like everything, he just wants to like really. He thinks about a lot about suicide and stuff like that. But he goes, and he does that for his friend and everything. And he falls in love with the little girl. He's like, not in that way, but like he falls in love like protecting her. Like he gets attached to her. In a way. He's like, even though he's like, he's depressed and she can sense it and she knows it, but it's really sad because, and I mean the way it is like he basically ends up like sacrificing his life for her, like because they kidnap her and stuff, and he has to like go rescue her. It's a really good movie. So I mean, I think that I think that the fact that like someone would be like willing to give his life for someone, that's just like worthy of pointing out. So I mean, I think that's like one of the characters I would really like.
That trumps everything.
Yeah,
I believe that character trumps every character.
right.
Chris Skelton.
Well, I just have to go right off the top of my head. I would have to say Spider-Man because of the accidental. I don't know. He was a smart aleck. The character itself is kind of like a smart aleck, kind of funny guy.
Which version of the character?
That's true. This is the problem because I never. Okay,
This struggle.
I know the struggle's real. I didn't actually read too much about the Amazing Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man was the one I was most familiar with, but the movie that came out with
Toby?
Yeah, with Toby. His portrayal of Spider-Man in that movie was more of a smarter guy.
Yeah.
That ended up getting bit.
Spider-Man.
Well, no, the original Spider-Man that was drawn in the comics was more of an actual like a prankster. He was more of a funny person, but he had like a really smart side. He just didn't show it. He's more of an outcast in school. The Amazing Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man is kind of the way I see the original Spider-Man. Also, was he was more of an outcast in school. He was really smart, but he was a hipster. He's kind of like a Joker. Like he was a funny guy, and I think that's what I like about Spider-Man was he was kind of this funny guy that just ended up wandering into the wrong area.
Okay.
And then getting bit and having powers.
Okay, just so you know, our audience decided that Dr. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park, life will always find a way. Actually, I think that's just one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah,
Life will always find a way.
life will always find a way.
But then again, he's only quoting, so that does not count.
But here's the question: life finds a way to do what? Screw you over?
Ooh. I mean, it was Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Life will always find a way to eat you.
Okay.
You are what you eat.
That is that